Hi, everybody. It's Tristan here from Evolve EdTech, and welcome to day 10 of the 12 Tech Tips for Christmas for 2024. It is so wonderful to have you here. If you are a returning viewer, thank you so much. If this is your first time for joining us here, thank you so much for being part of our 12 Tech Tips of Christmas series for 2024. Today, we have another fantastic tool that we think would be a fantastic addition to anybody's tech toolkit in the classroom, maybe even your personal tech toolkit, just to keep you a little bit motivated and to realize that you actually can be successful in everything that you do. Before we jump into exploring the tool today, which we are going to look at, which is Future Me, I do just want to remind you, if you haven't done so already, we would love it if you liked and subscribed to the Evolve EdTech YouTube channel. Liking and subscribing are two ways that you can continue to support and motivate us here at Evolve EdTech. We'd also love to connect with you on our social channels, so please go and check those out. Like, subscribe, follow, all of that jazz, so that you can be part of the Evolve EdTech community. We'd love to see you there, and we'd love to have you part of this journey with us so that we can do this together. All right, today is day 10 of the 12 Tech Tips of Christmas. And we've got a tool that I think could be an absolute cracker in the classroom. And it's actually something that I am going to experiment with one of my classes in the near future. So today we're having a look at a resource, a website that I recently discovered called Future Me, where you can write a letter to your future self. I think this is a wonderful tool that you could use in the classroom with any student that you teach. So with Future Me, it does tell us here at futureme.org that we are going to write a letter. We're going to pick a receiving date, we're going to send that, and we are going to receive that particular letter as an email on the date that we have selected. So I think this is a great way to maybe get your students to write their hopes or their goals for the coming school year, or maybe something that they're looking forward to in the future. So for my particular use that I'm going to use this wonderful tool for is I'm going to get my students to write a letter to themselves outlining where they would like to be in 5 years after finishing high school. So we're currently looking at human experiences. So I want them to think about where would they like to be. And I would like to see them receive this particular letter in the future so that they can reflect on what they thought their life was going to be like, where they thought they were going to be in 5 years' time when they were in their last year of school. So let's dive in and have a look at this tool. At the moment, I am using the free version. We can sign up, and there are subscription options as well, which I will show you a little later. Okay, so the very first thing that we do here is we write our letter. So I'm going to write a letter now, and I am going to actually get this to be sent to me so that I can see what it was like for me to receive this letter. So, dear future me, you are awesome, and you're all right. So I've just written myself a little letter. Yes, okay, it's a bit of a sucky one there, but it is a little letter to me just to remind me that sometimes when I have those tough moments, that sharing my love of EdTech with you is something that makes me very happy, and I never want to stop sharing that with you. So this is my little letter just to remind myself of what we are doing here at Evolve EdTech, my aim and goals to support you as educators. So now we're going to head over here to our deliver options. We have some options here to deliver it in 6 months, 1 year, 3 years, 5 years, 10 years, or we can choose a specific date. So I think I'm going to choose a specific date, and I'm going to go December 7th, 2025, which is 12 months from now. And I'm going to get this email and see just what I was thinking or what I was feeling or my hopes and dreams and desires were 12 months ago. Select our audience. I want this to be private because this is for me. All right. We could make it a public letter that we want to share. Maybe it's a persuasive text. Maybe it's something, a narrative. Maybe it's something representing particular cultural events or historical events or political events of the time period. So you can make that public, and I'll show you where to find public letters in a moment. We're then going to pop in our email address. So I'm going to pop in my Evolve EdTech email address, and I'm just going to send the letter to me this time. You do have the option to support future me, all right, which may be really appreciated by them if you have that capacity. But I'm just going to send it to me this time, and then I'm going to scroll down here to this beautiful colored button that says send to the future. I'm going to press that, and whammo. Okay, that email is going to arrive in my inbox on the 7th of December 2025. So I am looking forward to seeing that. And I think this could be a really cool way to really reflect and set goals and look at our dreams and desires, not only for yourself as an educator, but also for your students. So amazing. All right, so as I mentioned, I was using the free version just here. Okay, so that is an option. They do also have some other options here. Now, mine is currently set in Australian dollars. So if you are from another country, please just make sure that you do check these prices if you decide to invest in this tool. So you can see here that they have all different kinds of currencies, which is wonderful. They do have two options here. They have the community membership, which is $6.50 Australian yearly, all right, which is fantastic. Or you could become a lifetime member for $129 Australian, which is a one-off fee. So it's up to you to decide what you would like to do, whether you'd like to just continue to be a free member, or whether you would like to have a look at some of these additional features that you can get by being a paid subscriber. So I'm just going to stay as a free member for the moment, but it might be something that I look at subscribing to in the future. All right, so now I'm just going to go and sign in. I did sign up with a Google account, so I'm just going to go and sign in with that, and I'll be back in a moment to explore this wonderful tool a little bit more. All right, so I've now signed into my Future Me dashboard. Here is everything that you can see. So we do have one letter that has traveled to the future and is awaiting for me. All right, so we can see our future letters just there. All right, which is fantastic. We can pop in there. Okay, we can read that. We can check that. All right, we can have a look at that. All right, so if we go back again, we've also got a whole heap of other settings here that we can explore. We can create and write another letter. We can delete that letter if we would like to. But how cool does this look? A really amazing way to write those letters to yourselves, write those goals, those dreams, those desires, those reflections, and get those delivered to you. It might be something that you really needed to read. You really needed to be able to, explore and represent those frustrations or feelings. And when you read it, you might realize how much you've grown or changed, or how much you've been able to develop skills of resilience and overcoming some of those challenges that you might be facing. So this could have a really great impact on your students or even yourself as an educator. All right, I did mention that I would show you where you can find public letters if you'd like to go and have a look at those. Because remember, we do have the option to create public letters, which are available for anybody to access. So I'm just up here and I'm just going to click on Read Public Letters. And this is where you will find letters that have been written by other people. Okay, obviously, you need to be careful with this because you don't know what type of things have been included in these letters, but there's another option for you just there to explore. So if you'd like to have a look at some public letters, they are accessible for you as well. But this looks like a really fantastic tool that could be very beneficial for us to use in the classroom. And I am going to experiment with this with my senior students to see what we can do with this. So there we go, future me, writing a letter to yourself that is delivered to you at a particular time period so that you can reflect on what is happening in your world. Such a cool tool that could be perfect in your EdTech toolkit. Well, that is day 10 of the 12 tech tips for Christmas for 2024. I can't believe that we only have 2 more episodes in this season, but we still have 2 more wonderful tools that we are going to share with you. And our last tool for the year on December 24th is going to be a very special one. So join us again tomorrow for day 11 of the 12 tech tips for Christmas for 2024. And don't forget to catch up on the previous episodes if you haven't done so far. And make sure that you subscribe to the Evolve EdTech YouTube channel and you connect with us on social media. Anyway, thank you so much for joining us for day 10. We will catch you again tomorrow. Until then, everybody, stay safe.